I have there my question, but before, may I please fill your voice? Dangezo kulabanga, you know. He's there. He's thirsty. He's thirsty. But it's just enough. It's good for the conversation.
Have you heard the points? You're just rolling
yes,
out, kept quiet.
So I'm curious, because we've been speaking about trying to raise a balanced child.
Yes.
I've always felt that, and let's even move away from children for a bit. If you ask all the women here who their role models are, I'll swear to you, they'll all say fellow women. They'll give you an example of a fellow woman. And yet I feel that there should be, I've been reading about cross-gender mentoring, you know, because if I'm going to mentor Rosette, I'm only going to speak to Rosette as a woman, from my perspective, from my experience. So I'm curious to know if in your programs, as you try to balance this empathetic, sensitive man speaking to his you know, do you have female mentors, and do you think they have an impact, or do you feel that they're necessary for your program?
I think that's a very good question. One of the things that I wanted to incorporate, actually, like after 2 years from now, was to bring in now the ladies to do that. But then each time I look at the gender that I want to bring ladies to, you need a lot of understanding for that, because sometimes boys despise women. Who is this woman? Sometimes it could be more than that. You understand?
I think it doesn't. I think they don't. Sometimes they don't even intend to.
What could she be saying? You understand? What could be saying? But you know, boys, for us, we want to learn a lot from a fellow man, because he has built. Uncle Bob has put up a house, man. I want to put up a house like that. You know. So, and then, as well, the reason is why I've not yet incorporated the other gender right now is because I want the boys to first understand who they are. So you cannot just bring in a lady to start mentoring a boy who is not sure if he's a boy or a girl. They're not yet sure of yes. Yet you also I have a very big percentage of boys that grow up in a home that is filled with ladies alone.
Women. Yes.
And you say, oh no, house fly. Teddy, no. And then the girl comes up and she's, what?
Okay. You know what
are you doing about that?
Actually, for me, it should even that like that. You know, Rosetta had asked about the curriculum and what exactly you teach. I want to know, what are these things that you're telling boys, like in real? You'd already said the soft itself. Part. You already said the soft, being in touch with your feelings, being able to explain.
Beautiful.
But what are these male dominated characteristics that you're instilling that maybe could help the mothers who are watching the program to know that actually I should be encouraging my son to make his own decisions, or I should be encouraging him to be
beautiful.
What are those traits?
When the child comes, we first break them down. You're waiting for someone to serve you. We break all those traits. We break them, because now you cannot build from the wrong traits that have been built from home. So you understand? And then we say, okay, you think that you're entitled, you're going to have you know, with boys, you just don't speak now. You see, a man doesn't want, blah, blah, blah.
Experience, like you had said. Yes.
It's a whole program that we wake you up in the morning, we back at you to get up. If you're not fast enough, you are fast enough. You're either fast enough or fast enough. So there's no, someone would carry you. You understand? And in that program, I don't allow parents to be calling. Some parents were calling in, said,
is he okay? Has he eaten?
Has he eaten? That's the question.
And now, my boys haven't eaten yet. He doesn't eat peas. He doesn't like beans. You guys do meat?
And then I said, first of all, but the first meeting before we set off, I talked to the parents. I said, don't call me. Don't do anything wait for us on the last day. As long as the child has not died.
Can I ask, how long does this take?
9 days, 9 days. As long as the child has not died. Because the reason that's why many parents are doing that, because some have never been away. So if this parent, and then I realized that if this parent is just scared of this 9 days, onomwana ayinza obutafumbirwa ayinza obutawasa. Am I making sense?
Yeah,
Why? Because each time, because now you stay along Nalia and you will stay in Namugongo, you buy the nkota of toke, you put it in a boot and say, boo boo has carried. Are they there? Okay, remove this banana and give it to them. How are they? Are they coping up? So you know that I'm here for you. You don't have to break yourself. You understand? And then the empowered girl is like, you understand? So one of the things that we do with boys when you're teaching them, you don't just sit them down. You make them experience. You give them programs that you give them activities that make them give them understand that this is what it is. Let's say, for example, things like resilience.
Yeah.
No, let me start with entitlement. A lot of boys, let's say, come into the program when they are tuned into the home program. You wake up, you go and shower. After showering, you go to the dining. Breakfast is ready, right? And you eat breakfast.
Like a king.
Yes, of course. They're sons, kings. And then after eating, they go and play, or they sit on the couch and play video games. That's something. And then there's no problem with that at home, right? But then when I bring these boys into the program, first of all, I need to show them that is wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because if you sit at the couch, tomorrow your wife is going to be suffering to bring that, right? So what I do, instead of saying that we're having breakfast at 10, you first go and work for that breakfast.
Come on now.
Before you come on the line, I ask you,
What have you done?
what have you done? Why? Because for us, because we love our children, yet we're not able to tell them that first wash the dishes, first clean the dining table, first do that. So I get off the line, go and do something. So they divide themselves, others clean the toilets, others. So for me, when we get to a camping center, we chase away all the people that are helping so that we are. So we cannot hire someone to be cleaning the toilets. Yes. You understand? So you see how boys learn.
How old are these boys?
Yet no, 7 to 17.
Okay.
So yet I don't want the program to be seeming like I'm advertising this, but I just want to understand, for the mothers out there who are watching, to understand that, for a boy, you don't teach by talking. You understand? Yeah. You teach by their experimental learners. They want to experiment.
Yes.
You say, do the dishes. And a lot of, I keep on sharing that they learn by operant conditioning. You condition them. You say, if you don't do this,
I'm just so happy.
You want to watch that.
and then you sit back. But now you've got a lot of parents. I don't know if you saw that Pumla on my page, whereby parents said, Martin, how many times am I gonna tell you to go and shower?
So he has I really like following his material on Facebook, and this one he's talking about. He was asking parents that how come you hear so many times a woman, a mom or a dad I have to explain to my son. I have to tell him 20 times before I get something done. Get the girl, I tell her once. And of course, from the reactions of the comments, it was happening in most of the homes. And now it makes sense. You're talking, too much talking.
Yet, that's not the language a boy listens to. Why? Because it's like speaking French and she's speaking Spanish. And then she brings up Latin. You will not understand. You stay seated. Yet maybe she might be meaning that I want to go out. But for you, stay seated. Because the language, we don't decode the language the boys speak. You understand? We think that's why our parents used to ask, Nkugambe mulimichi. You know why they were saying why they were saying that? Yet there are others who never spoke, and the eye.
The eye, like we were saying earlier.
You understand? And then there are others who never even twinked the eye, who never spanked on, but they had the authority in them. And now, what happens to that? In the program, you want to break all those misguided traits. That even if you, one of the boys, I had them because I was in a room and they were on the veranda over talking. I said, this man, they paid him, our parents paid him money, but he's making us work for their food. I said, what? I won't have munje. They ate, yes, they ate in the evening. You know, much as there was, we had the food. That's what our parents used to do. Food will be at the dining, on the top of the fridge, but you won't eat it unless you clean the house.
Yeah.
You won't eat it unless you do something. So that's the base training.
Yeah.
Because boys learn from rewards.
Yeah.
You understand? A reward can be positive or negative.
Yeah.
You've talked about the dog. Dogs should give you that training as well. Because a dog, like I was explaining somewhere, that a dog, those sniffer dogs that you see at the airport, it's not that they're just good at smelling. But when they were training, right? When they were training, the trainer, each time he'll release the dog, let's say, and the dog landed on something that smells like, let's say, cocaine. It was rewarded. So when you reward,
So men are dogs.
it enforces.
But why? Why? What's your problem? Are you okay?
Because I hear that phrase a lot. I hear that phrase a lot that men are dogs. All men are dogs.
But we use the same
Learning
yes,
system.
the same learning system. That's why you can tell Habi. If Habi knows that on a certain deal he will get, let's say, like 50 million, nothing you're going to speak will stop him.
Because he knows.
There is a reward at the end.
Yes.
Yet for you as a woman, you would think that, but really, what about my children? What about, is it worth it? What about Scripture Union, Mothers Union? How will they look at me? Blah, blah, blah. A lot of that. There is a lot to consider.
Very calculative.
For us, we're not like that. You say, hey, there's a deal here. Wait, where's the passport? He's here. Say, now, you know what, baby?
My daughter is a man. We need to wrap this up.
No, I just kind of feel like from all the conversations we've had, I kind of feel like those are the men we are all raising. Like my deep-seated feeling. Yeah. And I remember just looking at Angela and saying, "You're doing a good job." You know, like you're doing a good job.
Which is what she said, that at the end of the day, raise your son the best way you can.
Yeah.
And then when he's older, pray and hope that he owns his adulthood, like he makes the decision to sort of pull away.
One of the questions that she did not ask me, no one asked me about the definition of a man, of a true man. Someone
wanted to ask, but then
someone asked me that same question somewhere. And I told them that, for me, to my perspective, a true man is one who takes responsibility for his actions. It seals it.
Period. Yes. Period.
If you've got fathers, for me, like my dad, my late dad, who went and had many children, right? But gentlemen used to take action for all those children. So he owns up. Am I making sense? So for me, I do not, and I want you to understand this from me, I do not tell boys that a true man, of course we have a creed. We have a creed that we follow. I believe that I'm a true man, and true man does this, and blah, blah, blah. And we also have the reflections. And I'll share a copy of that, of the reflections. Reflections just talks about the age. At this age and this age, boys know that I'm supposed to be able to wash for myself. At this age and this age, I'm supposed to be able to take myself to school. At this age, I'm supposed to be getting a girlfriend.
Okay.
Yes. At this age, I'm supposed to, mommy should not buy me boxers and blah, 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 blah. At this age, those are reflections. Yes. Are you not supposed to buy them? Not to say exactly, which is okay. Angie, don't forget that in the program, I have some boys that never even changed a boxer for 3 days. And then I was like, I'm checking. after showering, you line up here. I mean, this is what the mother should have done.
Yes.
I said, line up here.
Did you wash?
From 7 to 17.
Line
Line up here.
Did you wash?
Open. Did you? Because not washing is not the thing. Did you wash? Did you change it?
Did you change it?
That's the thing. Because boxers have a tendency of staying clean for a few more things.
We need to wrap this up. Thank you so much, Godfrey. You're speaking, and I feel like there's so much wisdom that we can pick. I wish we had a lot more time. But this program, if there's a mother of a boy who is watching and they would like to be a part of it or send their boys, where do they find you? How do they contact you?
Yeah, program is everywhere, but I wouldn't encourage them to bring their sons.
Oh, you want to start by?
I want them to start by using the wisdom that we've shared. You understand? Because I'm not going to reach every son.
That's true.
There are others that are in the UK, others where you know. For me, I watch a lot of
you
this.
know, in this generation, there's mothers that are not readily available for their sons.
Very true.
Yeah,
Very true. There are those, and then there are also alone mothers.
Yeah.
But just use the knowledge that we've shared here, and then you know, and you know, clear a few things. Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, we have learned so much. This has been very insightful for me. I have some work to do. I think I was tending towards smothering. Oh, he's going to hurt himself.
Not touch the mother's boy.
For another day. For another day. Thank you so much, Godfrey, for sparing time to come speak to us about raising boys. I do hope that you've picked something insightful for raising your own son or sons, and that you are going to raise men that will be domesticated, sensitive, thoughtful, empathetic, independent, resilient, and all these really nice whole round qualities that we're looking for in our boys and in our sons. Until next time, with love from Bamplaz.